This is from InHand Networks. This is their FWA02. This is a 5G cellular router. What is a 5G cellular router, you ask? It is a router with backup internet capabilities. It's gonna have Wi-Fi 6 built in, 6 really nice antennas, cloud management. It says it twice here, and that is the claim to fame here, is that it is going to be manageable for your small to medium business network. This is the main unit right here. 2.5 gig WAN or LAN 1, LAN 2, USB connectivity, 6 antennas, DC 9 to 48 volts. Now I wanted to plug this in and see if it was PoE powerable. I'm guessing it might be because of the 48, but we're gonna find out. Also comes with these mounting locations on the back here. That's the InHand. It's gonna come with a mounting template right here. So this is, again, a pro device for you to be able to mount this inside of a business. And then we come back over here. It shows you a little bit about the setup. Now, I can tell you, I was super impressed with how easy the setup was. The one other thing that they have up in this corner is SIM 1 and SIM 2. Because this has cellular connectivity built in, all you do is you drop that SIM card in, and as soon as it fires up, this thing is gonna be ready. Now, they have them for T-Mobile or the Verizon network, and the speeds are as good, if not better, than you get from a phone, because they're prioritized. Now I'm gonna see if I can get that to latch down. I'm making sure, you know what, I had it upside down, that easy. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this up. So I've put one SIM in, and it's ready to go with the cellular network only. Now, if I was sending this out to a remote location, maybe I wanted to hook up a food truck or another store or something like that that didn't have reliable internet, I could do that. Maybe I have Starlink and I have a backup 5G carrier and I'm gonna prioritize the Starlink. Well, you could put the Starlink through the WAN port here, have this do Wi-Fi and LAN routing, and then I'm gonna go ahead and slap these antennas on just to show you what it'll look like complete. But again, this is the longest part of the setup process, is actually screwing in 6 antennas. But with this Wi-Fi 6 technology, the routing speeds on this, over 4 gigabit is what it's saying. So 4,000 megabytes. On the 5G side, it said 3,600. I think from a computational perspective, it can get over 4,000. The chip on this, no problem. The web interface, super snappy. And even if you did nothing to it and you just plugged it in like I'm gonna do here, this thing will route and run right out of the box. So I just put that cellular SIM in for mobile internet service. You go ahead and plug the power in at the bottom, and then you just simply turn the power on. Now, these status indicator lights are kind of neat. So you're gonna have an informational light, you have internet, you have your cellular signal, you're gonna have your internet connection, your WAN connection here. Let's get back down in there so you guys can see this. So you're gonna have your LAN connection, and you're gonna have your 5 and your 2.4G wireless. So that's a pretty cool capability right here. It is booting up right now. It is a hardware router. So the lights are up. This thing is ready to go. You can see it's hunting for internet. It's got a red light. It's getting the connection to the cellular signal, and then the Wi-Fi is getting connected. So that's what's doing right now. I'm gonna go ahead and put that over here. I'm gonna put the password in, and you can see here that we have a cellular connection. There's our SIM 1. And we're transferring data. So I'm online already using this cellular connection only. So if you had a location where you were gonna send this out and you only had a cellular connection, that's gonna work. We have internet access and we have InCloud Manager. So if you log into the InCloud Manager, if you had a bunch of these deployed out in the field, you could actually see all of the different devices, the online status, all of the various networks, and even the location that each one of these was deployed to. So not only do you have local status information, but you can jump into the different devices and you can manage. This reminds me a ton of early Unify gear. And now InHand also works in the industrial area. They have a ton of industrial switches, which I saw on their site that look really cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and plug in, this is my 2.5 gig internet for the house. So I've got 1 gig up and down. So this thing is routing T-Mobile right now. You can see I'm up there 25, 30. So that other phone down here, it was only getting about 10 megabits. This thing's already getting 45. Now, I only have a SIM that's good on the 4G side of T-Mobile, but this is 5G capable up to 3,600 megabits per second. So this will get you online in a pinch if there was something going on. Maybe you don't have your primary internet connection. What I'm gonna do, once this thing finishes uploading, I'm gonna switch the plugs here, and I'm just gonna plug in like my internet came back. And what you're gonna see is it's gonna automatically, over here on this dashboard here, the WAN is gonna come back, that turned on. It's gonna automatically balance my traffic. Now you can do full routing in here. It has a full VPN interface. You can set Wi-Fi up, you can do guest networks, you can do all that kind of cool stuff. But you can also set priorities. So you can say, hey, the cellular is only for the cash machine or the credit card processing. You know, the WAN is for the guest only. So if the WAN goes down or guests are saturating your Wi-Fi, your credit cards will still go through. You can do all that kind of cool routing. But we're gonna go ahead and run the speed test again, just so you can see how quick this thing literally runs. Now this is going down all the way to California again. There we go. Now you can see this thing is routing from my internet connection. It's getting 200 megabits there. Not bad through this, and it'll actually go much faster. But if I go back over to the device, you can now see the throughput on my WAN connection is going off the charts here. So you can see all of the managements and statistics are available. Your internet connection data is available. You not only on cellular have a regular SIM, you can use eSIM and you can use a secondary SIM. So if internet is that critical to your business, you got 4 different connections here. You can also set your failover modes, balancing, so on. You can do standard Wi-Fi and standard local network routing. So this is the wired routing through the native speed test app. Now I was testing almost 900 megabits, and that's maxing out my internet connection here. So we're using up a little bit. I'm getting over 750, almost 800 up. So very, very powerful, and this thing's not even breaking a sweat. So very cool. It does come with some standard mounting screws, so it's going to have those screws with drywall anchors, so it's pretty much ready to go. So not a bad device. Again, if you're a small business, it could be very, very interesting as a deployment technology for you.